Welcome to the No Chill podcast, where facts get thrown out the door and no topic is too wild to get flamed.
I need you to chill.
Whether it's game-winning shots, blockbuster flops, or celebrity meltdowns,
oh, come on!
I'm calling it exactly how I see it. I've got no filter, no apologies, and definitely no chill. Let's get reckless. Welcome back to another edition of No Chill with JB. And you know what? Let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Let's start off with some headlines. Brittany and Patrick Mahomes are in the news, as recently they were in Las Vegas for Patrick's 15 and Mahomes charity event that's dedicated to improving the lives of children's health, wellness, and their community's needs around them. One of the children who benefited from this event was this young lady right here, who, as you can see, had a big increase up in the front joining this club. Hey, you know what? Nah, I ain't mad at it either. Doing the Lord's work, Patrick. Next up, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but the Mexican naval boat that smashed into the Brooklyn Bridge over the weekend. I don't mean to laugh because there was a lot of people on this boat, 200 to be exact. A lot of people were injured, some in critical conditions. Prayers up to them. I hope they're all doing well. But everyone was around scene with their phones out, recording, rather than actually running for safety or to go get help to see if anyone could try and stop this boat or see if there was anyone in charge of looking to see what happened. On top of that, there's cars literally on the Brooklyn Bridge still traveling across that just do not care. They just did not give a fuck. They had somewhere to be and they were like, I don't care if a ship is crashing into this bridge. I need to make this appointment. Have these people not seen Final Destination? It's like a new era of the Titanic pretty much for us. And this is just a scary sight to even see. I know there's going to be an investigation going on and someone is going to be in trouble for all this. And finally, I gotta touch on it, the Orion Clark and RG3 beef. Look, the debate is who went too far in this argument, when really it should be how has a flagrant foul turned into a race debate. Look, if I'm being completely honest, both of you are in the wrong, because you two took it to a place where it didn't need to go, and it is clear that Ryan Clark has a history with RG3. They've got beef. I don't know what it is, but they've got it. But there is something underneath the surface that, you know, they don't want us to know. I don't know what it is, but it's your guys' business. Handle it how you will. But you two are single-handedly turning this into a race thing when it was dying down from Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark back in their college days. And let's make it clear, neither one of you have the right to comment on what a woman is going through or how they should feel. But yet, you're going to anyway. I mean, you do have the right to your opinion, but both of you are so quick to respond rather than to stop. Think about the point that you're trying to get across before actually speaking, because now it just looks like one black man is attacking another black man on his opinions and his choices that he makes in his personal life. I feel like Ryan Clark was just waiting for an opportunity to get at RG3 and just to let him know how he feels and what he doesn't like about him. And honestly, if you two want to settle this outside, I'm sure Dana White or WWE has a ring for you guys, and we can put this on Netflix pay-per-view and you both can make some money out of it. Fellas, this didn't need to go this far. RG3, Ryan Clark, if you guys don't fuck with each other, just say that and move on about your business. You guys don't have to talk to each other. We have to start doing better. But as Cam Newton says, as always,
is he right?
It's opinion.
Is he wrong?
It's opinion.
It's all
entertainment.
All right, let's get into the meat of this. Look, I wasn't going to talk about this last week because I knew something bigger and something more ridiculous was going to happen and happen very soon. And you know what? It did. And now I've got to talk about it. One, Mr. Bill Belichick, bro, what are you doing? Bill Belichick could be on the verge of getting his 9th ring, as the rumors have sorted out that Jordan Hudson and Bill are engaged. Yes, I know I said Jordan, and I know her name is Jordan, but someone should probably tell her that, as it's on her Instagram. But Bill, my man, what are you doing? This story has the makings of a Netflix rom-com. Look, a 73-year-old man finds love with a 24-year-old former college cheerleader. because nothing says forever like a nearly half-century age gap between two people, right? But their relationship has been anything but private, from red carpet appearances to Halloween photo shoots with Bill Belichick dressed up like a fisherman and Hudson is a mermaid that he's catching. Like, come on now. They've been showcasing their love for all of us to see, which is concerning because when asked in a CBS interview where you two met, she interrupted you and basically refused you to even answer the question or discuss it.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
You know what? I wonder where a 70-year-old man can meet a young college co-ed. You know what, Bill? It would be fine if this all was just fun and games. You just out here trying to get your groove back, But when she is single-handedly messing up your bag in your professional career, something is wrong. Seeking content approval for a season of HBO's Hard Knocks with the Tar Heels, leading to the project's actual cancellation. Because you know what? Nothing says team player like demanding control over a documentary you're not starring in. Something's just not right here. I don't know. Maybe you've been hanging out with Robert Kraft just a little bit too long and something might have rubbed off on you. Bill, this is a Hall of Fame fumble level that you've got going on right now. Fuck deflating footballs. This girl's deflating your legacy as a coach. I guarantee you UNC is concerned right now about what they've gotten themselves into with you as a coach and your influence arm candy. In the future, I can see them right now looking for a way out if this season does not go well for you. There's even rumors going around that she's been banned from the UNC's football facility, which no one can truly seem to clear that up. UNC says, no, we haven't banned her. And somehow, some way, this information has gotten leaked out. So I wonder who leaked that. No, there's something about this girl that just irks me, that I just don't like. Maybe it's her smug look that makes you think that she's better than everyone else in the room, or how ridiculous she spells her name on Instagram. Like, come on, that's not clever. Bill, you used to run your life and the NFL team like it was a war room. I'm concerned on now what's happened, because now there's pictures of you claiming you're eating Old Bay with your Old Bay, which is a cute pun, but still doesn't explain you dating someone that looks like they could be your daughter's roommate. You know what, Bill, next time just pay and sign up for the OF subscription and not the in real life experience. All right, AB, bro. AB. Now, I'm not too sure what life is like for AB after football. I mean, what he wants to do next or what he's good at. But as far as socials goes, he's killing it online. He's the most offensive and funny person with a verified check on social media. However, AB, that doesn't excuse you from your offline activities. Because at a recent boxing event, the main event didn't take place in the ring, but rather outside, after AB got into a fight with a few people who were trying to steal his jewelry from him that turned into someone pulling a gun and shots were fired. I mean, it was like a scene out of Grand Theft Auto, if I'm being honest. There's multiple video angles of people catching the incident, which, by the way, how stupid are you to still be recording while people are shooting? Where are the parents? Anyone answer that question for me. At the end, AB got detained by the police, then released, then somehow popped up on Aiden Ross's live stream like a half hour later. I don't get it. If it were me, I don't think if I got into a fight and shots were fired that I want to talk about it on my next live stream, especially that night. But hey, I don't think like AB, and you know what? CTE is real, people. Just know that. AB, keep doing you, but just be careful who you're doing it with. I mean, we lost you in football. We don't want to lose you on social media, brother. Come on. And finally, I went to the movies this week to check out Final Destination Bloodlines. That is the 6th installment in the series, and it just sucks that it took so long for another movie to finally get made out of this franchise. But before I give my review, this is a heads up spoiler, so if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to ruin anything, just fast forward. So the idea behind the 6th installment is that Death is cleaning up the timelines of people who shouldn't be here, because this one girl's grandmother saved a lot of people who were supposed to die during a night out at a Skyview restaurant. Which would make sense, which I like, if you made it tie into the previous movies, which they failed to do. There are callbacks from all of the movies at certain points in this movie, but no names or flashbacks of any of the characters who passed in the previous movies. The only one thing that does stay the same is Utah's character, which RIP by the way, JB, which not to be confused with myself. The idea or Def's plan is that it's going in the order of how they should have died in the original accident. But over time, these people have kids, and then their kids have kids, and so on and so forth. So in part 6, the parents of the kids start dying before the kids in order they were born, which doesn't connect to the first movie. If all these people are starting to fall in line of how they're supposed to pass, none of the parents of the kids in the first movie pass. So Bloodlines can't be a sequel. It has to be its own standalone movie that this accident just somehow happened somewhere else along before the crash of Flight 180. Also, there is no premonition to start off this movie like you see in previous movies, which throws me off completely. There is a dream or nightmare to start, but the full premonition doesn't become unveiled as we see in the trailer that takes place about 20 to 25 minutes in, when the young girl goes to meet the crazy grandmother who's locked herself away in this cabin in the woods. Rated this movie on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving it a solid 7. Like, I love the creativity and all the depths of this franchise, but you lose me when sequels don't connect like they should when you're using the same franchise name. This is a standalone movie, but with its success that I imagine it will have at the box office, you can expect more sequels to build off of this one. Like I said, good movie, just wish it was thought out a little bit more when building the backstory. Well, that is going to do it for another edition of No Chill with JB. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have something that you would like for me to discuss, leave it in the comments. I'll try to check them as much as I can and be back once again next week. So you guys have fun. I will see you next week and enjoy the holiday.